Welcome back from the break, Rams, into another week of our playoff pick'em. We're going to jump right into it. The NBA Finals are set to begin on Wednesday. Who do you have winning it all, Jared?
First of all, I'm going to gloat for a second because I did pick the Lakers and the Heat to go to the Finals. But beyond that, oh, man, I am excited to see this Heat team torch the Lakers. And I'm going to try to keep my Heat puns to a minimum. But they are heating up right now. They are on fire. Okay, I just did too much already. But either way, Bam Adebayo is leading this team right now. And that's saying a lot because everyone's saying Jimmy Buckets was going to lead it. Tyler Hero was going to lead it. But Bam Adebayo is here. And I have a great clip also of him playing amazing in here. I'm going to see if we can play it right now real quick. He did an amazing job. Can't get it up? All right, I don't think we can get it up. But it was when he blocked Jason Tatum on that last play. His wrist was made out of iron. It did not move at all. When he hit the ball, bam, didn't move at all. Nothing. He is a wall right there in the heart of Miami. And honestly, I don't see the Lakers winning more than 2 games.
Wow. Okay. I already thought your first pick was a little out there, but only 2 games, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Really? All right. Well, I have to stick with what I was saying earlier in the show already. I'm going with the Lakers, and that is an easy choice for me. Yes, they're my team, but I think that they can do it. You bring up Bam Adebayo. Yes, he's a fantastic player, and he has been helping the Heat a ton when it comes to the playoffs this season. But the last time they played the Lakers, they played them twice this season, and they've lost both games. Bam Adebayo was held to 11 points last game they played each other. You had Miami was only shooting 35% from the field and 17% behind the arc in the first time they played them. And LeBron went off with 25 points and AD went off with 26 points. If you have 2 players that are going off like that, and you can't contain them throughout the game, your defense isn't looking too hot.
Okay, well, I do appreciate the Heat pun there as well. But beyond that, let's talk about how well Bam Adebayo has increased in this playoffs. He has done amazing. He has increased his steals, increased his blocks, increased his field goal percentage, increased his field goals. And in the end, he is killing it defensively. Now, if we can name any other power forward that's better in the NBA playoffs, or at least when it started, than Anthony Davis, it was Giannis Antetokounmpo. And he shut Giannis down. Now, he's going to have to play against Anthony Davis. And honestly, if you watch those Lakers versus Nuggets game, LeBron wasn't doing much until the last game. He got a lot of fouls. I'm going to give him that after he complained. But beyond that, Anthony Davis is the heart of that team right now. And if Bam Adebayo can stop him, you have Jimmy Butler who can drain a 3. You have Tyler Hero who can drain a 3. Those guys are lighting it up. And then also you have Derrick Jones Jr. just to throw it down just for the fun of it. Because he won the dunk contest, kind of a little rigged, but he won the dunk contest and he was killing it. So honestly, I'm thinking the Heat are going to kill it this game, next game, and all 6 games they're going to play.
Okay. Well, I definitely agree with you. AD has definitely become the star of this team. I totally agree with that. He had 33 points the last time they played him, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 1 assist. That is just already incredible. He was definitely going off for the Lakers. He always has, and he has been this whole time, like I say. But also, I want to go back to their first time they played each other because the Lakers held this team to only 80 points. 80 points. You talk about how Jimmy Butler can get those 3s. All these other players can get these 3s. Well, if they're containing only one guy, Adebayo or Jimmy, where are all these guys? Why aren't they stepping up? They only got 80 points in that first game. The Lakers' defense is already there, and I will definitely agree with you. If Adebayo can contain AD throughout these games, it's going to make a huge difference. But they also have Green, they have Caldwell Pope, they have Kuzma, they have all these other players on their bench that are getting points off the bench. And that makes so much of a difference. And I just see the Lakers getting it in 6.
All right. Well, I firmly disagree with that. I'm just going to lay it out there right now because also when you look back in the regular season, that is a long time ago at this point. Very long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
And the Heat have been killing it beyond just Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, and Bam Adebayo. When Robinson's stepping up, what was he? He's a D3 athlete, I believe, or D2 athlete who's killing it lately. Yeah. Also, on fire. I need to stop saying on fire, but honestly, I don't see them winning more than 6 games. But we're going to keep on. I want to keep on going with this. I want to move on to the next one we got going up here. We have the Stanley Cup Finals. It is entering Game 6 right now. Who do you have taking it all?
All right, well, the past couple of weeks, I have stuck with the same team, and I'm going to continue to do that. I said it before, and I will say it again, the Stars are going to win this. I know that right now they're losing this series 3-2, and I know it doesn't look so hot for them right now, but coming off of such an intense intense Game 5, winning it in double overtime, I think they have so much motivation and strength behind them right now that they're at least going to win this next game and get them to a Game 7. And I think that if they continue down that path and they actually get themselves to a Game 7, I think they could win it all. And I think the reason that they could do that is because of their, oh my gosh, their insane goalie in the back of the net. They have Anton Hudobin, and I don't know if we can see this right now, but the last game he had an incredible 39 saves in double overtime. And he had the save of all saves in double overtime, 2-2, tied up, and it was just an incredible last-second save, barely hits his pads, and it was just, it's amazing. I think that if the Lightning, yeah, they have some amazing star forwards right now, and they're killing it on the ice, but I think if Hudobin stays strong like he has in the past, the Stars have a chance to advance here.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. I disagree. Again, Tampa Bay Lightning are already 3-2, so statistically, just by that itself, they have a higher chance of winning it all. Mm-hmm. But beyond that, it took them 2 overtimes to win last game. I think that could be considered positive, but it's also a huge negative that they took them that long to be able to seal out that game. Of course, it is a win in general, right? But I don't see them keeping up that same offensive firepower. With the Tampa Bay Lightning, they have a great offensive team. They're really good at keeping the puck the whole time. And with that, they can shoot as much time as they want on the goalie. And I know he'll do some great saves, but if you keep on shooting, you're eventually going to get something on him. And that's why I think with the possession time, and also they had 13 goals on their last 33 victories. 2 of them were 5 each. So I believe that's insane offense. It's going to be hard to keep up with. And also, Dallas Stars, you're not the Denver Nuggets. You're not going to come back 3-1. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. It just isn't. So
hey, they're slowly making their way down there. It's going to take some time, but I think they can do it. And I like what you say about it possibly being a negative. I could definitely see that going into double overtime. But couldn't that relate to both sides of the ice, both teams?
Well, you don't have as much to lose if you're down 3. If you're up 3-1. So in the end, I believe that Tampa Bay Bucks. Oh my goodness, Tampa Bay Lightning are going to win this game and win the whole series.
Got a lot of NFL on your mind there.
Oh yes.
All right. Well, the MLB playoffs begin this week, and one of the most intriguing series is the Padres versus the Cardinals. Will the Padres stay hot this week?
Yes, honestly, I don't even want to look at the Cardinals here. The Padres are killing it. Okay, they're 3rd in the league with RBI. They're 4th with home runs. They're 4th with on-base percentage, which I think is better than home runs. And they also have 3rd with slugging percentage. They are hitting out of their minds. And then also, we see that with the Rockies every year, that they're good at hitting team, but that doesn't equate to wins, doesn't equate to playoff wins. But they also increased their pitching staff. They got better after the trade deadline. And I don't see them losing at all, really, in this Cardinals series.
I think this is the only one we're going to agree on.
Oh, sweet.
Which is kind of surprising.
Awesome, that's good.
I was kind of hoping we could go back and forth the whole time, but I'm glad we have something to agree on. I definitely agree. Like I said already, I'm going to be picking the Padres in this series as well. This is not new to them. They have been bounced out of the playoffs by St. Louis 3 times already. They have a little bit of a grudge. They're coming in wanting this so bad. So I would not be surprised if they came in hot the whole time and took it away. It's also really crazy to think because this is their most successful season as a franchise in their franchise history. I mean, they finished the season 37-23. This is the best they've ever done, and it's the 2nd best mark in the MLB right now. The other thing is they haven't been to the playoffs in 13 seasons. They want this. They're hungry. I think they're going to come for it.
They're so ready. Slam Diego is here. It's here. And now we have an NFL game going on right now. This one is not technically a playoff game, but it's a potential matchup we could see coming January. The Chiefs and Ravens are facing off right now on Monday Night Football. Now, we do not know the score, ironically enough, so we're going to get our predictions down there, and then we're going to see who's right or who's wrong once we see the score. Rachel, who do you have?
This one was tough for me because I like a lot of the players on both these teams, and I could see it going either way, in all honesty. The last time they played each other, it went either way. Like, it was up in the air the whole time. And as an AFC West fan, I don't really want to pick the Chiefs, but I personally believe that they're going to take this one. Super Bowl 50 champs. They're coming back. I mean, it's tough because seeing them play against the Chargers last week, it was really hard to get a feel of how they were going to do this season because Patrick Mahomes was getting a lot of pressure in the back, and he allowed his offensive line allowed for the Chargers defense to get to him way too many times. But the Ravens also did that last week, and Lamar was pressured constantly, and he was having to run all the time. I think for this, it's going to be a heavy ground game, and I think that's kind of hard to say because both Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson have crazy arm strength, and they could get it down the field anywhere possible. But like I said, it comes back to the offensive line, and I think that if the Chiefs have a good offensive line tonight, they could definitely take this one.
Yeah, and so when we talk about offensive line, you got to remember that they're going up against an amazing Ravens defensive line. That's why I got the Ravens coming in here. The Ravens are going to win this game, and I think they're going to win it and shock the whole NFL world because everyone thinks the Chiefs are going to win. Mm-hmm. But the Ravens also have a much better defense, right? They don't have as good as offense, I believe, as the Kansas City Chiefs because they don't have Tyreek Hill, but they have Marquise Goodwin. Either way, the Ravens have an amazing offense. Their Chiefs don't have a good rushing defense, and that is huge, especially for the Ravens. Now, we should get the game up in a second if we can figure out what the score is. But I do believe that the Ravens are going to run away with this game. They're going to have as much rushing yards as possible. Now, what was the score?
Well, currently, the Chiefs are winning 20-10, and it is the second quarter. They hit the 2-minute mark going into the half. So we'll see. I mean, second half
there
is...
goes my pick.
Second half is definitely going to make a difference, so you never know. Chiefs could let up. We'll see. I think that they can get this one, though, so...
All right. Well, that is all the picks we have for tonight. So to stay updated on all things CSU sports, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at sports_CTV. I'm Jared Stratton.
And I'm Rachel Hallam. Tune in tomorrow night for another week of fantasy football breakdowns with Hunter Fillmore. See you next week, Rams. I said Super Bowl
50. Yeah. For what?